And hold on a sec. And we're on. Yep.
Hey everybody, welcome back. We are finally returning after a little 2-week hiatus. I am your one of 3 co-hosts for BoobTube, Kari, Platinum Pussy, Anthony, but of course it's not BoobTube if I don't have my other beautiful co-hosts with me, Desirable Bottom and Casey Carter. Hello, ladies.
Hey.
Hi. Hey, girl.
What's happening?
Check me out.
So Casey is
Yeah.
totally representing some of her Exotica Miami merch.
Yes. Oh,
wearing
wait, I got
the
more.
I Heart BBW beanie. What's up, Goat James? Wearing her I People t-shirt.
Okay, and then I got this.
Of the Loyal Fans teddy bear.
Okay, and then I got this because I was in the
Erotic
magazine.
sky bag.
Ooh.
Yes.
Shout out to all the people. Okay, sorry.
And I am wearing my I Heart BBW. Let me see if I can turn around so you can see the back. Can you see it?
Yep, 75.
Ooh.
5 with Anthony on the back. So, big announcement. You heard it here first. I will be doing special sports edition for Exotica, New Jersey. The colors and the themes of the shirt will be along the lines of sports teams. So, this one is Raiders, obviously. Yes. So, I'm really excited about that. So, yeah.
Woo-woo. I'll take Giants colors. Thank you. What you got face for?
I'm just kidding. I was already going to do Giants. What size do you wear, Casey?
Well, it depends what the shirt's cut like. Because,
Crop, V-neck, probably.
Cropped V-neck. Let me think on that.
Or I could do the spaghetti strap tanks. Or by New Jersey, I'll have hoodies.
Okay, we might have to talk about the hoodie. Because
I love the hoodies. Yeah.
Crops are a little
fuzzy.
That's a little
nice. Yeah.
a little risque when you pack.
Yeah, you do have like
when you packing.
Yeah.
Just packing in the front.
That's how I am with shorts, especially since I have the front butt too. So it's really hard for me to define.
When you packing, you got to think about these things. Like, am I showing you what's in my package today? Am I not showing you what's in my package today? All of these things must be considered.
For that, I'll just make you a sports bra.
Woo! Listen, if I can find I own 2 sports bras that are actually cut like real bras because, again, packing. So
I understand.
Yeah. Anywho, that we are not here to talk about BoobTube, but BoobTube,
Not the real boobs, but BoobTube. So welcome back, everybody. We want to thank you for returning, even though we took a couple weeks off to prepare for Exotica. Go to Exotica and then recover from Exotica.
That part.
So how was it? Tell us. I want to hear about it.
You go first, Kara.
It was awesome. It was really awesome. It was a long drive. I'm not going to lie. I definitely regret I could have shipped things and probably spent less money and saved time from being on the road for so much. I mean, I did appreciate getting to visit with my family in Jacksonville, but yeah, the driving was a lot. So yeah, never again.
Yeah, met some cool people. That was, I think for me, that was probably the most fun. Is I met a lot of people that, you know how people like, people in the peripherals, and like someone says their name, you're like, yeah, I know who that is. And so I met a lot of people like that. But I think my favorite people that I met was this couple, Rob and Nikki, and they heard about Exotica and moved from, like, I don't know if it was New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, someplace like that, and moved to Florida, to like Fort Lauderdale area, and was like, oh my God, Exotica is going to be in Miami. And so they hung out for the whole weekend, and they were so cool. They were so cool. They were like kids in a candy store. Like every time I turned around, I was like, "Oh, here, meet this one. Here, meet that one." Like I met them at the pool on Friday. The husband Rob comes over.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Rob comes over and he's like, "Hey, you want to get down on this shade?" And I'm like, "Shit, it's hot as hell out here. Yeah, let me get some of that." And for the rest of the weekend, every time I turned around, there they were. Like, you would have thought Rob and Nikki were a part of Exotica, because they were like everywhere, except for our group photo, but they were everywhere.
How about Jordan?
First of all,
so first of all, there's a whole lot of people that you guys don't know about that are behind the scenes Exotica. Jordan is the MC, the stage MC.
he's so lovely.
Jerry,
So
DJ
lovely.
Genius is the DJ, and the two of them together. I mean, let's face it, we love our Exotica family.
Mm-hmm.
And doing the fashion show, I spend a lot of time with Jordan and G. And so Jordan is he's just super cool. Like, he doesn't treat us any different. And I hate the fact that he has to give a disclaimer before we go on stage, but I love the fact that he does it so that it lets everyone know, like, we're not with the shit. So I appreciate it, but it sucks that we still live in a time where we have to say things like that. Like, don't be stupid. But anyways, Jordan is a hottie. Let's just call it what it is.
As they say, he's a cutie patootie. Mm-hmm.
He's a cutie patootie. Mm-hmm. And he's super fucking cool, which just makes him like even more attractive. But
I was gonna say, let's get to the point though, Kari. Let's get to the point.
The point is, Jordan is now hitched.
So
yeah, he's no longer single, and his girlfriend is beautiful, and she's sweet, and she's super cool too. So it is like a match made in heaven. So congratulations, Jordan.
The big deal, like the really big deal, is she was at Exotica. Like, that was,
well, as long as I've known Jordan, he's always been like, I'm not really relationship material. So to know that he was in a relationship in itself was already like,
yeah,
what?
Yeah, because
he brought her to Exotica.
Right, because he and I had extensive conversation about her. And when I saw him at the meet and greet, I was talking to somebody else, and I saw him and I saw her, and like this was in my peripheral, and I'm thinking, oh my God, he brought her. She's a big deal. Like, for real, she's a big deal, because he let her come to Exotica. And she was there almost the whole weekend. So, and super, super lovely. Like, absolutely adorable. She was great. Absolutely.
Yeah, and not only to mention, he was glowing. Like, his essence was like peaceful and happiness. Like, he just was beaming and smiling from ear to ear, and so happy to present. Hi, Ghost. That's Ghost texting. So yeah, that was awesome.
Yes,
that was awesome. I was real happy for that.
You are correct.
Is Jordan the one that wears the glasses and on stage when he announces? Yes. That is Jordan. He's awesome. So, anyways, congratulations to Jordan. Aside from that, I'm gonna make a note that I felt like the crowd this time was much less bougie and much less judgmental. I'm not gonna say there weren't people that were like that, because there was a lot of people that were fat shaming. I mean, that happens all the time. So, it is what it is. But I did feel like there was a much more receptive crowd this time. Yes. I had a real hard time with people last year, and I was only selling the thigh highs. This year, I had a lot of people come up, buy merch, wanted, interested in the magazine, talking to us about plus size representation. So yeah, I really felt like the crowd this time was more receptive to me.
That's good.
In my opinion. Maybe it was location, because last time we were behind we had a post in front of we were literally behind a post.
Yeah, I mean, but still though, I don't even, if you're getting the rude factor, I don't know that the post makes them rude.
I feel like a lot of people last year were very much like, and it makes me question, why do you even go? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's why I'm surprised by the comment, because I'm like, where you're going. Why would you go someplace and then want to be, rude?
Well, it's like going to a yard sale and then being like, these items are previously used. Like, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
Knock, knock, knock. Is anybody home? Like, that's what a yard sale is.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe it was just different. For me, this year, I have been so much better about creating boundaries and saying no and not allowing anyone else to dictate what I should be doing. So I do say Miami was a much more successful show than last year. So
okay,
I enjoyed it. I didn't go to the pool. I didn't stay at the host hotel, and I didn't go to the pool, but I didn't do that last year. Me and Go stayed at Jaji's house, and that was my ice machine. It scared the shit out of me. But yeah, I wished I would have spent more time at the pool. So other than that, like, the fashion show was awesome. I would have done days differently. I wish we would have done Barbie earlier instead of on Sunday, but it was fun. We had bodybuilder Barbie, we had goth Barbie, we had whole life Barbie, which were all people that came, like, that were in the crowd that happened to be coming to our booth, and I was like, hey, you want to be in the fashion show? You come join us. It was cool.
Excuse me.
Not allowed, no date at Exotica.
Oh,
I'm going swimming at the Hilton Garden.
I didn't mean to post that, Jason. Anyway. Okay. Wait,
okay, so anyway.
No date at not allowed. let's talk about that, because that, just 30 seconds. That brings me to, like, my daughter celebrated her 24th birthday, and before the party started, we were talking about this guy that she had gone on a date with, and my mother asked her if she had invited him to come to the party, and she was like, well, kind of, sort of, and so I made the comment, you don't bring sand to the beach. Well, these 20-somethings were like, what does that mean? I'm like, wait, y'all don't know what that means? Y'all don't know what it means not to bring sand to the beach? I had to get all deep on it. So I was going to say, Whitney's comment took me to that idea that you don't bring sand to the beach.
Right. You don't go places where, especially if you're going to have fun. Right. Not to say that you can't have fun with your partner, but it is extremely important to have activities away from your partner. Mm-hmm. I love that Ghost doesn't want to do a lot of the things that, like, he's not a quote unquote date person. His idea of a date is taking me to the city hall and registering me for a business. His idea of a date is getting in the car and looking at new properties like a new housing development and seeing, you know, what would we want to live here? Like those are his ideas of dates. Which is really for me awesome because I will get lost in romanticism. And getting lost in romanticism is not good for business. And so that just his idea of spending quality time together brings us, you know, or Netflix and chill. We're very much homely people that like will sit and watch Mari and order some food in. That's our idea of dates. So yeah. And a lot of people are like, that's so weird. And I'm like, no, it's not. I'm not really like when I go out, I'm not a club person anymore. I'm not even really a go out kind of person. So for me, you know, date nights in are great because we can get naked and do what we want to do whenever we want to do it and then go to sleep.
Okay, you just made me think of something. And we, you know, now that we produce this show, we've talked about doing some different things, and just listening to you talk about the whole Netflix and chill. Can we, okay, wait. That reminds me too. Two things. First thing is, can our next episode be what would be on our Netflix and chill date night movie list, TV watching list?
I think we should call it date night.
Okay.
And so let's talk about dating shows. Because, you know, one of Jay's favorites is 90 Day Fiance. And some of our favorites were marriage ones. What are those called? Love it for no. Blind date. No, blind. The one where they talk to each other through the wall and then they get married in 30 days or something.
Yeah.
I remember what you're talking about, but I forget what the show's called. But I do remember the
Love is Blind. Love is Blind. That's what it's called. But we could do the whole episode based on those, and also talk about like if we were to Netflix and chill, what would be our top 5? Whether it be a movie, a TV show, documentary, whatever. And then yeah, and we could even do a poll on social media to see what other people suggest. So, and maybe those could be things that we actually watch. So, I like that. That's a great idea, Casey.
Okay, now having said that,
there's
next
more.
Wednesday I'll be on my way to Las Vegas.
Awkward pause. So clearly you're saying no show next week, the week after.
No show next week. Next not this Wednesday, but a week from today.
Yeah. Not now, because we're in the show now.
Yeah, we're here now. We're here
next Wednesday is out.
Yes.
And then we'll be back the following week. So date night.
For date night.
Yes. Which will be our date night as well. Because you know, Wednesday nights we get our 1 hour date.
Yes.
Speaking of Netflix.
Yes.
Coming soon to a Netflix near you.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm curious as to what you had on your coming.
So Netflix sends out an email every so many days. Maybe it's weekly. I don't know how often I get it, but I happened to notice that they sent one out recently, and I was like, let me see what's on the list. So coming soon to Netflix is Lincoln Lawyer Season 2 Part 2, which comes out August 3rd. It is witty, suspenseful, thriller, and courtroom. I love watching the keywords that they use to describe these things because some of them are actually pretty funny. Yeah. And what I did not like about this is that why would you have Season 2 Part 2? What the fuck was up with that? Did they like stop funding filming? Like what happened?
I didn't understand it either. Like I watched Season 1. So like Lorenzo hadn't seen Lincoln Lawyer, and so he watched Season 1 and the first half of Season 2, and I thought to myself, I'm sorry, you haven't been on as a show long enough to make me wait for the other half. Like, really?
Yes, that's Netflix, Axel. It is.
So, yeah, I didn't quite understand that.
I'm also not impressed with the second season. I liked the first season, but
I haven't seen the second one yet. I was gonna wait for the second half. Durr.
Yeah.
Netflix is going with a different model where they split up the contents.
They've done this a few times, and I got to be honest, I question, like with the Lincoln Lawyer, I question the programs they choose to split, because I'm like, some of these, I'm like, give it to me all at one time, or I might not be back.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like maybe it's probably because here's the thing. You lose people when you're working up. Each episode builds it up. And if you haven't built it up enough, then who gives a fuck about part 2? It's like you get 15 minutes into a movie and you're like, wank, wank, wank. Like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about this.
Yeah.
Next up, The Witcher Volume 2 comes out July 27th.
It's another one.
I'm excited for The Witcher. I like The Witcher.
I'm gonna be honest. I liked the first season, but
you love subscriptions after just 1 month.
We talk about content months after, so
people stop talking about content after 2 weeks.
The Witcher.
Thank God for Boob too, right?
The Witcher is described as exciting adventures, visually striking, and witchcraft. Would you deem those to be pretty accurate, Desiree?
Say it again. Sorry. Pardon?
Exciting adventures, visually striking, witchcraft.
Yeah, I think it's accurate.
The first season, but I'm trying to think of, there was something on that I recently was watching with that where I was like, I'm just not. Oh, I know what it was. That's what it was. I rewatched the first season because I wanted to get ready for the second season. And the first time I watched it, I dug it. The second time I started watching it, I was like, I can't stand the sound of the Witcher's voice. Like, it literally annoyed the hell out of me. And then there's a
that's a popular complaint, by the way, because when I looked it up, it was on Reddit. There's the whole thread.
Wow. Okay.
There's a whole thread about it.
So here's what happened after I decided I didn't want to watch the first season anymore. Because I did watch it and liked it. But circling back around, I was like, I can't do it. There is another series that's The Witcher, and it's the origin of The Witcher. That was pretty good. That was good.
I like that one too.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So for those of you that are Witcher fans, Volume 2 comes out just tomorrow, actually.
Watch it!
Next up, look at Desiree's excitement. Next up, this is one I want to see. You know how much I love these. How to Become a Cult Leader. Described as true crime, social issues, docuseries. I want to know how to become a cult leader because I've been called all kinds of things, and cult leader was one of them. And I'm like, but don't cult leaders like have a loyal following and have money?
Yeah.
So I don't know where I fall in a cult leader, but
that's funny.
I was gonna say, like, don't they like brainwash people too?
Yeah, it's how they become a cult leader. That's part of the requirement.
BBWs. Fat girls are your friends.
Yeah,
curves
save lives.
Tempting and tantalizing. I'm now brainwashing people to love their bodies and love fat girls. Last up on this list is Heartstopper Season 2 coming out August 3rd, which I had never heard of it. So I was like, Season 2.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I said. It is described as heartfelt, teen, notable soundtrack.
Done. I'm over it already.
Right. So, anyways, yeah, there's that. So, those are some things you can look forward to on Netflix.
And can I just say, I am not always a fan of the high school angst type stuff. But I've seen quite a few things in that category that I have been absolutely goo over. One of them is Never Have I Ever. And the other one, I think the other one is called Sex Ed or something along those lines. Super, super entertaining. But normally, something like Heartstopper, for example, it reads, with exams, a school trip to Paris, and prom on the horizon, Nick and Charlie and the gang must navigate the next stages of life, love, and friendship. Yeah.
Well, today is, thanks to Desiree, National Coffee Milkshake Day.
Thank you for making it National Coffee Milkshake Day, Des.
Yeah. National Disability Independence Day.
You got you
covered. National Aunt and Uncle's Day.
Seriously?
National All or Nothing Day. And National Bagel Fest Day.
Okay, so let me just say, my daughter.
Bagels are the best.
My daughter's birthday was Monday.
Go ahead.
And apparently, we lost Kari. Apparently, my mother made Monday a national holiday and told people they could take the day off because it was her birthday. So, based on that list,
wow.
Yeah, right. Based on that list, I guess it could have been a national holiday. Whatever. Okay, hold on. Here's our other co-host.
What's your favorite bagel? What's your favorite bagel topping?
I actually love. Hold on a second. I got to get her back in here. Right.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh, hey, Desiree.
Okay. I love a.
Hi.
I love an everything, and I love an Asiago.
I've never had Asiago, but everything bagels are what? I even have the everything bagel seasoning.
Oh, do you really?
So I make my bagels. I like them extra crunchy, so I like them to be in the toaster for a long time. I don't like them when they're like soggy and mushy.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it to be nice and crunchy.
Yep.
I put lots of butter on there, lots of cream cheese, and then I take the everything bagel and I.
Wait, you said butter and cream cheese?
Yes.
Okay.
She's like, girl.
Look at
her face.
Love it. I'm good with that.
Love it.
It's so good. So good. So yeah, those are the national days.
I love urban garlic. Yep, urban garlic cream cheese too. That's my favorite kind.
Okay.
Same thing.
I don't mind the garlic flavor.
You do better in that. Yep.
Well, I want to start off what we've been watching because I saw Survival of the Thickest.
Okay, I haven't watched it yet, so
what?
I liked
First of all,
it's
I love this comedian. I absolutely love her. She is so, and I'm not going to use the term self-deprecating, but I think just so aware and aware of well, Kari, you go. I'll then talk about after you talk about it.
I had no idea who she was, to be honest, until I saw
watching
the
enough
show.
Netflix. You're not watching.
Well, then, ironically, just yesterday, I was sifting through to find something else to watch, and I saw she has a stand-up comedy show. So I haven't watched it yet, but after seeing Survival of the Thickest, I will definitely tune in. And I do like her comedy. I do like that she, to me, is very open and like authentic. And she, in her show, had a lot of different, there were drag queens, and there was, so many different groups of people, or like different types of people. And it was just like all these things can coexist. And so the show starts off, she's a fashion stylist, and she is on set, and it starts out there at this like really busy, I think it's Essence photo shoot, and she's talking to this camera guy, this really hot, this hot guy, and he's like talking to her like he's coming on to her, and then you quickly figure out that they're actually together, and they start making out, and everybody's like, oh gross, whatever. Well, shortly after, she catches him cheating, and the show starts off with their breakup. Now both of them work in the same industry, and their circles are pretty much intertwined, and so the show is about her navigating the space of the breakup and him basically pawning after her and, trying to convince her that she's the one. And she's, like struggling with this. Do I stay? I mean, do I go back? Do I, and then she meets this other guy, and like, it's just, and then she's a fashion stylist, which Fancy from Jamie Foxx show plays the high profile client that hires her and is basically trying to like monopolize, wants her to be an exclusive stylist, because once she starts getting other clients, it's just, and there was a plus size fashion designer. They did a plus size lingerie show, and I was like, yes. And I can't remember her name, but yeah, I was like, I am really, really digging this. So yeah, it was a good show. I liked it.
Yes.
The ending got me too.
Oh, really? See, I haven't had a chance to like just sit and watch it, but it's so on my list because she's super funny, and her comedy isn't simply because she's a BBW. It's like she's telling jokes, and oh, by the way, she's a big girl. But and I think that's what I can appreciate about her, is that that's really not the focus. She lives everyday life, and it's not like, oh, woe is me, I'm a big girl,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I love about her. It's the full embrace of size, color, gender, all of those things, where you're not focused on anything specific, and you're like, oh, she's just a one-trick pony. So she's
right.
Super talented.
Right. It's like, for me, like, do I advocate for BBWs? 100% I do. But I advocate you can be plus size and anything else that you want to be. You know what I mean? Like, being plus size isn't who you are. It's not what you are. It's just a physical attribute of, like, it's just a small piece. It's like, if you were to think of all of your body parts and you were to say, I've got hair and I've got teeth and I've got, skin, like, those are pieces of your body. Being a plus size person is a piece of who you are, but it's not what defines you. Unfortunately for me, it's kind of been what defines me, because I've been such a huge advocate and a voice for plus size people, especially in the adult industry. And that's okay. But I also, when you think of me, you don't just think of BBW, you think of entrepreneur, you think of being a creative, talented person. Well, at least those are the things I think of. I hope other people think of these things too. But
well, right now, what matters most is what you think. So
right. So
that's what you project,
me,
right? So how you see yourself is what you project to the world, right? So I think, irregardless of what other people may see as a forward facing, you do project all of those things you just described, and I see that in everything that you do. So
yeah, it's a great show, and I definitely, I love that she's just a layered person, and she shows that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to set boundaries. It's okay to stick by your beliefs, and those are things I can definitely get behind. Because one thing I'm learning more about being an authentic person is watching other authentic people So I love the message. Great show.
Michelle,
Casey, what you been watching? I know you got some stuff on your list.
Yeah, I do. Michelle Buteau is her name. Michelle Buteau. Okay. Anyway, so as I said to you earlier, Kari, of course we've been gone for a minute, so I've been watching things. I don't remember nothing, and I neglect to put a notepad by any of my TVs so that I can remember. However, I have to admit I was triggered, influenced to watch something. And so recently Jamie Foxx was on social media kind of letting the world know he's still around. He's, recovering, and he didn't want people to see him with tubes coming out of his body and so forth and so on. And so, when I saw that, I was like, oh, let me go watch this movie, because I had been seeing for days the movie They Cloned Tyrone. Had seen it on the, whatever. Let me say this. I love Jamie Foxx. Did not love They Cloned Tyrone. I would like my money back on the 2 hours I spent watching that movie.
So Jamie Foxx is in it?
Yeah. I think that's what he was making.
I seen that.
I think that's the movie he was.
I've seen what you were
when he. Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say I think that was the movie he was making when he got sick. I think I'm not 100% sure. I haven't even bothered to check that out, because half the movies in the world get filmed in Atlanta at some part thereof, and there were parts of the movie I did recognize, because when he got sick, he was in Atlanta. And it was at the end of whatever movie it was that he was making. So it was a train wreck. It was a train wreck. And I'm going to just say it out loud. Okay, that was done last year. Okay, thank you. Thank you for clarifying. I appreciate that. But it was a train wreck. It was horrific. I did not like it. Didn't like it at all. And yet I watched the whole thing because I'm a glutton for punishment. Just saying.
Oh boy. That's sad. That's sad.
Yeah, I seen what you were saying about his socials. Like I seen what he had, like his little video about when he was not feeling well and sick as well. So
yeah.
It was I don't know, when I seen it I found it was kind of a shock because I didn't know what was going on either. So and then I didn't know there was a movie or anything being put out. So okay.
Yeah. So Axel, one of our many researchers, was kind enough to say they did that last year and the trailer was out in September. Thank you for clarifying that. But
so my question is this. What the fuck happened to Jamie Foxx? Because I'm under the impression that the story that I've heard the most is that it's from a COVID vaccine.
I hadn't necessarily heard that. I heard that it was triggered by uncontrolled high blood pressure, whatever it was. I don't know. What I do know and what I am sure of is that whatever it was had him on death's door, because he not only in the video is thin or thinner, so he's African American. Okay. He's brown skin. He's not his normal shade of color. Like he has lost color, some of his color. He's a completely different shade. And yeah, I don't, who knows? According to Axel, he got sick after a medical surgery. Listen, Kanye lost his mom after plastic surgery, so Lord knows that is entirely possible. But it's a no on They Cloned Tyrone. Now, I then started scrolling through Netflix, and they are pushing Jamie Foxx content. If you scroll through Netflix, like, you know, all of the suggested stuff, you're going to see Miami Vice, you're going to see they clone Tyrone.
I saw that.
The Power. There's like 4 or 5 Jamie Foxx things that they have that are scrolling on the screen. Some of them that have already been out are even in like their top 10 list. I think I saw Miami Vice was on one of these lists. It's crazy. It's crazy. But do not watch.
Do not watch They Clone Tyrone.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Okay. I've seen a couple of movies lately that he's been in that I'm like, why? Are you just there for the check? So, yeah.
Listen, here's what's interesting about that. I used to, and I still say it, but I'm gonna say it this way. I used to crack that joke that I would love to switch my regular paycheck for a Netflix check. Like, I want me a Netflix check. Baby, you should not be that hard up for these Netflix checks with the way these movies are coming out. Like, I gotta question the talent, and I gotta question Netflix, because, you know, a lot of these things are Netflix productions, you know, things that they have either invested in 100% or invested in some portion thereof after buying it from whoever originally produced it. But Jamie Foxx is certainly spitting things out, kind of Bruce Willis. Like, I know this is like a left turn, but Bruce Willis was spitting out movies like what nobody's business. Like, they were just carting him in, letting him talk, and then carting him back out. And if you pay attention to the things he's done over the last 2 years, each successive movie, he talks less and less and less. Because if you don't know, he's got a disability that's like, you know,
he has Parkinson's.
And so talks less, moves less as each movie, as you, like, if you were to put them on a timeline, you will see the change movie to movie, to the point where there are some movies where they headline him and he talks one time in the whole scene. And then the next scene comes and you see him talk. You don't ever see him actually walk into a room or do much other than deliver a line. And yeah, so I'm just saying, if it's that easy to get a check,
how come we don't have one? Desiree, what you got on your list?
Okay.
I know you're scratching your head, dying to say it.
So I went out and I seen the Barbie movie. Okay. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. And it was really good. So I wasn't going to see it. Like, I was like gonna talk shit about it, to be fair. Like, I was like, this is gonna be the worst movie. I don't know why. I wasn't feeling it at first. And then another streaming friend of mine, she's like, you have to go see it. It's like women empowerment, you know, it's all about women supporting women and all this other stuff. And I was like, okay. So I was like, I'll give it a chance.
That's all it took, Desiree. You were so dead set against it, and that's all they said. And you're like, okay.
Let's go try. Yep. I was like, let's go try.
I'm surprised you weren't interested. Like, to me, it seems like that would have been right up your alley almost.
No, I wasn't. No. I was like so dead set to not go and see it for some reason. I don't know. And I really like the actress. Like, I really like the actress who plays Barbie in the movie.
That's Harlequin.
Yeah. Yeah. I like her a lot.
Margot Robbie.
And then there's this other girl, and she plays like a Latino mom in it too. I like her there's been like a couple movies that I've seen with her in it, and she's like amazing. She's like a really great actress. But yeah, it was a great movie. Go see it, chat.
Ryan Gosling as Ken.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
I was like,
go see it.
Okay.
Go see it.
I heard it was good. I personally will wait till it comes out on a streaming platform, but yeah. I'm not.
Don't judge it like I did though. Go and see it or see it. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, so I have another one. This one is, hold on, I just lost it because I just hit the thing. Pepsi, where's my jet?
We
What's
talked about
this?
that.
We did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then I'd like to take that answer back.
No, because we talked about it a while back. So go ahead.
I don't remember talking about it at all. I don't remember it at all. And then I saw it and I was like,
it was on one of my lists because I was so totally obsessed with the whole.
Well, then I want to change it back and talk about Lou. So Lou is a suspense thriller.
On what?
And I want to say Netflix, either Netflix or Hulu.
Okay, go ahead.
It is Netflix. It's Netflix. And so Journey Smollett, as you all know, is Jessie Smollett's sister. She played, one of her first roles was Eve's Bayou. Obviously now she's all grown up, and she plays a single mom that is in the middle of like nowhere, Washington, on an island. And she's renting a place from this woman named Lou. And they really just go straight into the story. The action starts immediately. But she has her daughter who's like 4 or 5. And, you know, they're showing their life on the island and what, you know, like they literally live in the middle of nowhere. And Lou is just this older lady that is, you know, living on the island, and the daughter of the woman gets kidnapped. The dad, the psychotic dad, comes and takes the daughter. And Lou, all of a sudden, goes from being this just very outdoorsy kind of older lady to like soldier, and is like, you know, like a MacGyver type person. Almost like Gina Davis in Long Kiss Goodnight, where she was like a teacher, and then she's like, all of a sudden she's like, you know what I mean? That's kind of what happens with Lou. Like she goes from just being the lady that, you know, she rents the house from, the girl rents the house from, and becomes this like super soldier, right? And so there's like this whole storyline, which I'm not going to give away the details. No spoiler alerts today, but it was good. I liked it. The actress, I can't remember what she plays on. I mean, I know I've seen her a few times. Matter of fact, let me look her up.
Allison,
but sounds like Peppermint.
Allison Janney, is that who you're talking about?
The lady.
Mm-hmm. The older lady, the Lou.
Yes. What did she play in?
Oh my gosh. A bunch.
She played in.
I think the biggest claim to fame for her was The West Wing. I think that was.
Oh yeah. The Help. Juno. Okay, yeah. And she played Tanya Harding. Okay. Or she played Tanya Harding's mom. Yeah, she played Tanya Harding's mom. But yeah, I liked her. It was an interesting film. And since we already talked about Pepsi, Where's My Jet? Lou is my backup.
Okay.
Gina Davis movie was originally an assassin that lost her memory. Yes. I'm just saying it's like one of those movies where they give you like a character and you fit them into this like typecast role where it's like Gina Davis was this innocent teacher who, you know, is a mom and a wife. And then she's in the kitchen one day and she gets her memory back. And all of a sudden she's like throwing knives and knows how to shoot a gun, where, you know, just moments before she was just the librarian, the teacher, the innocent, you know, housewife. So that's what I meant by that. Like, yeah, I know that it was a completely different situation where Gina Davis lost her memory. This here is just Lou living off grid, living, you know, under the radar, doesn't want anybody to know that she's an ex-CIA agent and has all these like super skills, where Gina Davis didn't even know she had them. So, but yeah, that movie is epic. Long Kiss Goodnight.
Yeah.
Classic. Save it for date night.
Classic.
That's a date night movie.
Okay, so I'm a real quick throw out. I got one I'm gonna save for later, I have a nerdy movie. I'm gonna save that one for later. But I'm gonna throw out Prime Video's Jury Duty. Jury Duty is actually a reality series where everybody on the show is an actor except for one juror. Everything is fake. Everything is fake except for this one juror who has no idea that it's not really jury duty.
Do they tell you who that person is? Do you have to figure it out?
You know the whole time. You no.
I think it would be so cool if you had to figure out who the plant, who isn't the plant.
Trust me, when you watch it, you're not as bothered by not knowing as you think, because the cast does some off the wall shit. And you spend the whole time going, how is he not asking, am I being punked? How does he not know this isn't real? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can't think of the guy's name. There's a guy who's in like the X-Men, James Marsden or whatever, but he's like the actual real famous person in the show. Everybody knows it's him, so it's not a secret who he is, but they have him do some off the wall shit. And the juror is just like, okay. And they spend this whole time doing things to him to literally see if he'll break. He ends up getting appointed as the foreman. He legit advocates for the guy who's the defendant. I mean, he does everything you're supposed to do as a good juror. And then at the end of it all, when the judge calls the foreman to the witness box and to ask him, is this the test? Is this the vote of the jury? And la la la. And so he's like, yeah. So the judge is like, at the beginning of the trial, I told you this was going to be my last trial. And he says, well, it's actually my first trial. And that's when he reveals that this was a reality show. And they talked about how they had been testing him the whole time, and he just did so well. He rose to the occasion. He protected people's secrets. He embraced weirdos. And they're like, for all of that, we voted to give you $100,000. And he's like, wait, what? Like, at the same time that the same time that he finds out the trial is a sham, every single person he dealt with was an actor. Then he finds out, and we're going to give you $100,000. It's like, okay. And then they walk him through the whole situation. They walk him through and point out where all the cameras are. They talk about how they had to rehearse different things, and so they made up reasons for him to say be by himself. And they all went off and practiced something and rehearsed some scene, and it was really, really crazy in terms of reality shows and how they were able to finesse and pull it off. So it's on Prime. You might initially look at it and say to yourself, pass. It is worth watching because some of the things they do are ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, they had this girl who they showed her audition tape for the series. She had some fake breast, like a fake breast prosthetic, and she wore it as a part of her audition because they basically told her, here's what this character is. So it's these giant boobs, and one of the boobs, the shirt was cut low enough so that the nipple, the areola of one of the boobs was full on in the video, in her video audition. And she acted like nothing going on. It's all good. So it was good. It was really worth watching. Like, literally the last episode made it all worth watching. But it's kind of one of those things that once you start watching, you keep wanting to watch to see what happens.
I love those.
Mm-hmm.
So there was this, I got to bring this up real quick. I don't know if you guys seen it, but I seen this on Twitter or X now, I guess that's if that's what we're going to call it. But so there was this girl, right? And she was doing like gambling, like doing cards, like they were doing blackjack or like poker tournament or something. And there was this girl and this guy was beside her, like they were in this tournament, and the exact same thing that you just stated, Casey, popped out. Like she was wearing this sheer shirt and her nipple was like poking out. So like the commentators, like, this is like a tournament, this is like actually happening. And the commentators were like trying to be professional, but they couldn't, you know, like they were like poking jokes at her and like making fun of her. And it's just like, why didn't somebody just go up to her and be like, excuse me, miss, like, or excuse me, ma'am, like, you know, things do happen. Yeah, I get it.
Or whisper in her ear,
but
be like,
I don't know if she
your titties out
or not, but
like, hey,
exactly,
Jan-
right? Like,
hey, Janet.
yeah.
Boobs out.
Your titties out.
Yeah, so.
Your titties are out.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Well, ladies, it's been another fascinating episode. We appreciate everyone that's watching. Goat James, Axel Foley, Whitney. Who else is in here? Oh, Jason. We knew you were in here. You're always in here, and we appreciate it. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and also click the notification bell to get notified when we go live, which is every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, except for next week. And around Exoticas. So with that being said, also follow Exotica on all social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and all of that good stuff. What's that?
We got our promos.
Oh, yeah. We got stuff to show.
Okay, all right. First up, Desi. Oh, wait, hold on. Desiree.
Okay.
On.
So
wait, no, don't talk yet. Don't talk yet. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, now you can talk. You're behind the
thing.
Go ahead, you can talk.
Okay. I'm behind the screen. For the whole month of August, I will be raising funds for Stand Up to Cancer, which is a charity foundation. And it's like dear and important to me because I've had a lot of people in my family who have passed away from cancer and whatnot. So if you guys want to check it out, that will be happening all month long in August. You guys can check me out on my socials and stay tuned for more details on it because we're not in August yet. But I just wanted to bring it up and let you guys know about it as well. So that'll be on kick.com/desirable bottom. Come and hang out with us. We stream every day. And yeah, so you guys can come and hang out with us and enjoy, you know, the fun, the chats, the games that we play, and, you know, everything that goes on in my streams as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah. And up next.
Look who bought some merch. Yes, how cute. I literally made that today, by the way.
It's super cute. Super cute.
Thank you.
I love it.
Quick and easy. So
agreed.
All right.
To give you more details on the commercial, you can go to iHeartBBW.com and follow us on all the socials, iHeartBBWCOM. Coming up November 3rd to the 5th, we will be in Edison, New Jersey for Exotica Round 3, where we're trying to get Desiree to come to the show, y'all. So go to EXXOTICAtv.com. Ladies are always free Friday. Cop your tickets, get your VIP passes, and come see us. That's Boob Tube at Exotica, New Jersey. And of course, December 1st to the 3rd is our DC show. Then in September 29th to October 1st, the 420 Expo. Last year, there was Tommy Chung. Who will it be this year? We don't know yet. So you're going to have to go to the 420 Expo or 420expo.com. Follow on socials, the 420 Expos. And last The Bahamas. Purchase your tickets for Exotica at Sea, EXXXOTICA.com/at/C, where we will be there March 6th through the 10th, 2024. It's going to be Exotica epic. And wait, Casey, where's your thing for your book?
Okay, hold on. Holla.
Yep, book time.
I got my copy. Did you get yours?
Wait, hold on. Not now. Hold on.
The Boob Boat. Say it 3 times fast. Boob Boat. Boob Boat. Boob Boat.
Available on Amazon.
My video promo is not running properly, so I'll have to fix that. But my book is officially available on Amazon. You can't get a racehorse out of you and other stuff. My mama said they wouldn't let me run the original title that I wanted to put it as, and other crazy shit my mother said. But we go with what's friendly, and it is filled with just the crazy things my mom used to say to me when I was growing up. I thought I had one handy.
Yes, Axel, that is Evan Stone.
Next time I will read from the book. Woohoo. And Kari,
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I think that would be great.
Desiree, did you get your free copy? Did you get your free copy, Desi?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yes, I did.
Good. Just want to make sure. So I will have copies in New Jersey. Get your copy.
Are you going to be at the 420 Expo?
Who, me?
Yeah.
We'll talk later.
Anyways, yes. Go to New Jersey, Exotica, and get your freaking copy.
Autographed in the whole 9.
Exactly.
With that being said, make sure you follow us. All of our pink boxes are down below. Follow us. Let us know you found us on BoobTube, and who knows what special gifts may show up in your DM box. Sign up for our newsletter and all that kind of stuff on EXXXOTICA.tv. And with that being said, have a wonderful evening. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Back to you, Casey.
Whoop, whoop.